Testing. 1, 2, 3. Hello. Okay. Oh, I know why. Duh. I need to put my headphones in the right place. Yeah. Good afternoon, everybody. Good afternoon. I'm tardy today because I was actually in a meeting with my coach, and that was extremely helpful. You know, sometimes you need the necessary direction for your life so you can do what you need to do for yourself. You know, especially when life gives you lemons, you need to have lemonade. So good afternoon. So we're going to talk about a couple things that have happened today. Certainly talk about oh, I saw something. Okay, I just had to fix something. Hey Mike, good afternoon, handsome. Talk about some things that have happened today. And certainly I still want to talk about, I want to remind you all about one more thing that I told you about before, but I want to make sure I bring it up this afternoon. Hey, Scorpio girl, good afternoon. I appreciate that, beautiful. I appreciate that. So I hope everybody had a great, what's today, Tuesday? A great Tuesday. And is having a great day. I know on my side of the map, in America, it very cold, much colder than necessary. Hey, Miss Weaver, good afternoon, beautiful. Good afternoon. I wanted to make sure y'all see old Donald in his, it's not very undercover, but in his FBI gear from back in the day when he was undercover. You know. I'm cracking up. People, I'm reading something online where people say, if you dislike the USA, you should leave. There's this thing called free speech. We don't have to like it. Like the fuck? Hey, Roxy, good afternoon, beautiful. Miss Weaver, you like that picture? That's when Trump was what, according to the White House, he was an FBI informant. Yeah. But you might want to not walk around with a big old thing that says FBI on it. That might actually be counterproductive to being an FBI agent. I'm just saying. That's all I'm saying. I don't know about y'all, but I would be like, I think that guy works with the FBI, but I'm not sure. Like, okay. Say it again, Jacqueline, and I was a unicorn. Listen. Now, anybody in here from Las Vegas? Anybody in here from Vegas? Right, Patty? He was an informant on a hoax, right? But is anybody in here from Vegas? I asked because I saw the mayor of Las Vegas begging Canada to please come to Las Vegas. She says, we love you. We need you. We miss you. They're not coming, Mayor. They're not coming because Trump is threatening anybody that's not an American. Hell, he threatens Americans. So why would Canadians come here? Exactly. They're not going to. Canadians are staying in Canada or they're going to other places, but they're not coming to America because they have no desire to come to a place for vacation and end up in a detention center. You understand? Yeah, that's very smart of them. I wouldn't come either. I would stay my ass and keep my money right where it's at. You know, say it again, Bootstrap. I wouldn't do it. I would keep my money to myself. I would literally keep, because what is the benefit for Canada Like, what's the benefit for for Canadians to come to America, considering they don't know if they will be safe? Thank you so much, P. Chad. I appreciate that. If they don't know if they're going to be safe, why would they come? That's what I want to know. Why would they come? I wouldn't come. Hell, I'm here and I don't even like being here, let alone come here voluntarily. No, not if you expect to get back home. Not if you expect to get back home. And again, we are here only because Republican elected officials always crash the economy. Always. It's not a question of if they crash it. It's just a question of when. But it happens every time. You never have to guess if they're going to do it. In my lifetime, I'm 50 years old. In my experience, conservatives have always been bad for economies. Hey, Jess, good afternoon. And the only way to fix that, and I think I saw someone say, hey, Cassie B. Hey, Joycey Khan. How are you? And thank you so much, P. Chad. Hey, Miss Marie. Hey, Citruk. I think that I said your name correctly. Hey, Angelina. Hey, beautiful. Hey, Michael. Hey, handsome. Hey, the wise owl. How you doing? Yep. It is insanity to continue to elect Republicans over and over and over again and expect something different. Hey, Trail. Good afternoon, beautiful. It is crazy. I'm doing wonderful, Patriot, and you? You said Anglo-Saxons and Northern Europeans are safe. You're right, Julian girl. They're still poor and still lack washcloths. Bye, beloved. You tried it. Not on my watch. Are they paying you to hate? No, Patriot, but I do love to pay people like you no attention. Bye, beloved. Washcloths for everyone that's conservative. I'm giving away free white washcloths today. Shit. Since conservatives are so upset. Every time I say something about this guy up here, they crash out on me. I'm like, stop it. Esperanza, go cook something. You're probably just a guy in your mama's basement anyway. Bye, beloved. I deport too. Look, I'm just like Trump. I do it with no due process either. I know you didn't come in here with a name like that, thought I was going to let you stay and talk shit. Now, America. Not doing that. Y'all love Trump so fucking much. So I lean into that shit. I love him too. America, I deport too. No due process. No discussion. We not going to talk about it. None of that. I profile all that shit. Yeah. Supreme Court said all of that was perfectly legal. So conservatives should not come into this live and whine about me doing those things. Pull up a seat and just enjoy yourself and stop whining all the time. Good afternoon, everybody. I appreciate you being here. I came on later today because I was in a meeting with my coach. So that we ran over, which I loved it because he gave me a lot of great information. A lot of great information. You know what's funny? I had to boot that same person I just booted with his other two accounts. I had to boot that one. He's so worried about black babies. You need to worry about white babies and mind your business. I'm going to tell you, like I said about Joe Scarborough earlier, don't nobody give a shit about what Joe Scarborough got to say about black people, and nobody else cares or nothing else about what no other non-black person got to say. Like, cut it out. Why ain't MAGA wives playing the black background like they husbands? Because they fake ass conservatives. MAGA women tend to really be liberals. You can't be that verbal with your mouth and pop as much mess as they pop out of their mouths and not be a liberal woman. There ain't no way to be conservative. That'd be impossible. That's why I always go, they're full of shit. They're liberal women with bad shapes. Yeah, that's the difference. They just misshapen. But they are really liberal women. You know? They're really liberal women. I said what I said, Miss Marie. I said it. Sometimes people don't want to say it. I say it. Conservative women are just liberal women with fun. They're just funny shaped. That's all. That's why they stay mad. That's why they so upset. You know? That's why they mad and so upset. You'd be mad too if you had to look in the mirror and see the things that they see. You would be mad. You'd be like, why hast thou art forsaken me? You know? That's what you would say. And then the funniest part was somebody came in and said, ask me a question, funny shape, and then I look at the avatar and they got a funny shape too. Really? Really? You know what a funny shape is. You see it every day. Yep, Sarah Huckabee Sanders is a great example of a funny shaped conservative woman. Mm-hmm. Yep. That is the perfect example of a funny shaped woman. Her and Kristi Noem. Because Kristi Noem think because she's skinny, you won't catch the fact that she funny shaped. Lies you tell. She big up top, small on the bottom. Yep. Upside down triangle. Just look at it. Yep, Kim Davis too. But look at Kristi Noem. She's built like a triangle. She literally is built like a triangle. She's just very, very thin. That's all. But she's built like a triangle. Big up top, little on the bottom. Mm-hmm. And that's why she's so mad. That's why she's so mad. You be mad too. I'm just telling you, you would be mad too. You would be mad too if you were shaped like that. Now, Laura Trump, I want y'all to know something. Laura Trump says prices are coming down. It's not going to happen immediately, but people are actually feeling it out there. It's coming down with Donald Trump. We see the numbers all over the place. That is a lie. Oh, the South Park version of Kristi Noem is chef's kiss. That's a lie. Prices aren't going down. Eggs are up, beef is up, coffee's up, bananas up, electricity up, everything's up. Everything. Exactly. And Laura Trump ain't never been in a fucking grocery store in her life. Ain't never. Oh, I'm shark hunting. It's Shark Week. Bye, beloved. You can't stay here. We don't like, we don't do that. Y'all see how now Trump is trying to say, and the Trump and the MAGAs are saying that's not Trump's signature on that letter? Y'all see how they're trying to say that now? Now that the letter has been released that he gave Jeffrey Epstein, now it's not Trump. That's not his signature. Fuck yeah, it's his signature. It's like, damn, all the evidence is in their face. And they still, say it again, Miss Weaver, they are still scrambling. Still scrambling. Yep, Caroline said that in her briefing today. But I want y'all not to, don't forget, Caroline Leavitt is 30 years younger than her husband. Go look it up if you don't believe me. Caroline Leavitt is 30 years younger than her husband. Y'all tell me if y'all would want to be married to a man 30 years older than you and just had a baby. Maybe last year, a couple years ago, had the audacity, because she's trying to lock up that money. She trying to, in case if she divorced him, she want to lock up that child support and that spousal support. Oh, she married after the baby? Wait a minute. Hold up. I didn't know that. So you mean to tell me she married that man after the baby and she's a part of the party of family values and no conservative has said anything about it? Wow. Must be nice. Who owes $330 million? Ricky. I don't know who you're talking about. I know Trump owes E. Jean Carroll $83 million. He better keep that damn woman's name out of his mouth. I know that much. He better keep E. Jean Carroll's name out of his mouth, because I know if I was E. Jean Carroll, I would be salivating for this dude to say my name again, because every time he would say my name, I would sue his ass. Oh, the baby was born and she got married. Of course. Of course. Of course. Yeah, he better stop. He ain't had no choice but to stop talking about her because she kept suing. And I don't blame her for keep suing. I don't blame her. I'd sue too. Ricky Ray, what are you talking about, beloved? I'm gonna have to block you if you don't make yourself. Hey, I'm gonna have to block you if you don't make yourself clear, Ricky Ray, because you're saying the same thing over and over again. Trump want everyone to give him $15 for heaven. I saw that. Didn't I tell y'all that rich people feel like they gotta have a certain amount of money to give into heaven? Haven't I been telling y'all that the whole time? That's an FBI medal around his neck, girl. I mean, her failed campaign, she owes $330,000, Caroline. She does? Wow. And Patty, he's in that jacket because when he was an FBI secret informant against his best friend, that was his little outfit. Now, I don't know. I know people that belong to the Patreon group. Did y'all see that picture that I posted in there today that also came from the Epstein birthday book? Did you see that picture? And that picture, I was sickened by that shit. Just so y'all know, these people, they've been doing this shit for a long time. Oh, so she was engaged December 2023, baby born July 2024. So she having babies out of wedlock. Okay. Yep, it was a trap. I agree with you, Venus. You saw it too? But I ain't talking about that picture. It's another picture with multiples in it. And trust me, that's even worse. Because in the picture, it looks like somebody also drew Mar-a-Lago in it. And it looks like, and Trump's Jets in there because they used his serial number on the thing. I don't have it on my phone. I'm going to tell you where I have it. Click the link in my profile. Go to my Patreon. You can sign up for a free account on my Patreon. Go to the chat room. It's in there right now. I posted it earlier. It's sitting there right now. And I was like, what the? And they were showing how they started it in 1983. It started with them giving balloons to who takes balloons? To 2003, when I'm assuming those same people, little people who took the balloons are now older. Chill. And you say Caroline Levitt, she married January 2025. So yeah, she had that baby all the way out of wedlock. I haven't seen that picture, Stubbs. The one that you're talking about the Bondi pic. But I have seen this other one that's a drawing. And it is massively disturbing. Massively. Hey, beautiful. Hey, Miss Jackie. Oh, you're not late, dude, because I didn't get on here until maybe about 15, 20 minutes ago myself. You saw that pic, Miss Weaver? That shit crazy. Hey, Miss Jackie. Love you too, baby. That picture is crazy. That's even worse than the birthday card that he wrote him. That picture's worse. That shit is disturbing. Again, I keep saying, Republicans have a problem on their hands. And the thing is, when they have a problem on, I keep telling y'all, it's not a coincidence. Didn't I tell y'all? None of this is a coincidence. This is, oh my God. Hey, Harmony. Hey, beautiful. No, this is another one. This ain't the one that you're seeing, not the one with the silhouette. Not that one. It's a different picture. And it's way more disturbing than that card. It's even more disturbing. And it's nothing written. It's what's drawn. That had me go, literally, when I saw it, I said, what the hell? Oh, hell no. Oh, hell no. This is ridiculous. Oh, hell no. The one with the check? No, it's a whole storyteller. Go right now to my Patreon. Go to the chat room. You'll see a picture that I posted. It's a drawing that somebody drew. And the best way for me to describe it is, in one portion of the picture, it looks like a man. It's a grown-ass man, I can tell you that. And he's giving balloons to somebody. And who do you give balloons to? Then it's another portion of the picture that's much larger. And it looks like it's grown. I'm gonna say that same dude, but now he got gray hair. And now I'm guessing, I'm just making a connection. The link is in my bio, Miss Jackie. Patreon is just another place where we can talk about other things that we can't talk about on TikTok. So I don't know who drew the picture. I just know it was a part of the dump that Congress did. When Congress released stuff from Epstein's book, from files that they got, it's from that. And so I was like, yo, this to me is even worse than the stuff that Donald Trump drew. Because I'm going to tell you why. Jeffrey Epstein was his close friend. What the fuck? I'm telling you, the building in this picture looks like Mar-a-Lago. And I saw online people were talking about the serial number there. It's for Trump's jet. And the crazy thing is they have the audacity to write on the picture, when you see what it is, what a great country. Man, that shit is deplorable. It is deplorable. And it gives you an indication about what these types of people think about women. I told y'all, the Christian right ain't no different than ISIS. Crisis is your version of ISIS. Here in America, that's the Christian right. Ain't no different. You see it. You see it days. Disgusting. 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 I'm like, oh my God. Oh, it's massively disturbing. Massively disturbing. Michelle, you need to go fix somebody a sandwich and wash and do some laundry. Get the fuck out of here. Don't nobody care what you think. Girl, bye. Don't forget to write. I will not read the letter. Michelle ain't nothing but Michael. It's probably her husband using her picture on a fake account. Got that woman out here making it seem like she doing bad things online when it's really you. Cut it out. But that picture is massively disturbing. When I saw that earlier today, that's why I posted it in the Patreon. I said, look at me. I just said, only thing I said was, how did I describe it? I didn't even describe it. I just put it, no, I did. I said a page from the Epstein birthday book, because that's what it comes from. It comes from a page from that book. That days, man, it's disturbing, is it not? Man, that's why I said, you can't even describe it. You got to look at it. When you look at it and you know about what they were paying some of them to do, and then you see the picture, that shit is deplorable. It was in Epstein's birthday book, so it was a picture sent to him. And I am incensed by what I saw. That is insane. Protect your children. That's the big thing I can tell you if I don't tell you nothing else. Protect your kids, man. Protect your kids, because you got people out here that they don't care. They don't care. Say it again, Miss Marie. The book alone should shut down anybody acting like this ain't real. But understand, the same people who say that this Epstein stuff ain't real. Trump had nothing to do with it. Nobody had nothing to do with it. It's just Democratic hoax. Those same people believed in Pizzagate. Everyone takes pictures with Trump. Have you ever taken a picture with Trump, Coffee? Trump didn't have anything to do with it. Okay, Coffee is making excuses for people like Jeffrey Epstein and Trump. Bye, Coffee. Go have some. Go drink some. Bye. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. If Trump was so fucking smart, why would he take pictures with everybody and anybody? Don't make sense, right? Exactly. Trump is so smart, but he just takes pictures with anybody and he doesn't try to figure out who's who. Okay, and I saw somebody's comment because I didn't see it at first. KLF, I see your comment about the Supreme Court's horrendous decision is also a distraction from Epstein. This is one of those things where I can say, no, it's not. It is a direct reflection of your court. And when I say your court, I mean the American Supreme Court. That's what I mean. It's a direct reflection of white supremacy inside of the Supreme Court. White supremacists believe you should be able to use people's race and how they look to determine whether or not they can be stopped by police. Because they think it's just that simple. You can look at somebody brown or black and just know, hey, I should probably ask for papers. That's just how they think. Literally. That is how they think. Literally. And the only way to end it, the only way to stop it, literally, you got to do the same thing to them. Of course it was a 6-3 decision. I knew it would be. I knew it would be because conservative justices are going to toe the line. They're going to toe the line. Every time. The Supreme Court, they are corrupt and they get money and kickbacks and things. We know that for a fact because we saw what Clarence Thomas was getting. Yep, we saw it. And remember, a lot of the white guys on the Supreme Court, they love, and Clarence Thomas ass, love to go into, I'm an originalist. I believe in the purity of the original Constitution. Then explain to me why you believe that Trump should have unfettered power with no checks and balances. Because that shit does not align with the Constitution. The Supreme Court is full of shit. What they do want to do is turn back time. Because for some strange reason, the 1950s was so great in America. I don't know for who. Y'all know how that go. We know who it was great for. That's why they want to go back again. Again. And you're right, Don. It's actually being regressive. They're not conservatives. They're regressives. You're absolutely correct. Because progressive, a conservative would imply you're at least trying to conserve something of value. Well, conservatives are no longer fiscal conservative. They're not socially conservative because Trump's been married 1, 2, 3 times, cheated on all of them wives. They're not the party of family values. They ain't even the party of life. They're not even that. They never were for real. Because you can't say you believe in life. That's why you're against abortion, but you believe in capital punishment. Those two things don't even go together. They just don't go together. Conservative Party is pro-choice. And well, I'm sorry, not pro-choice. Conservative Party is pro-birth. They just want you to have a baby. That's it. They just want you to have a baby. And I saw somebody mention, if they're originalists, kiss the Second Amendment goodbye. Well, Don, you know that, but most MAGA haven't ever read the Constitution. Think about it. Do you think Melania was the one who was devalued? What do you mean, Mark Niemans? What do you mean by that? I don't understand. I just need y'all to understand. Don't think for 1 second that Melania is not a lot like Trump. She is. You ain't married to a man that long, and you don't share his values. You understand? Even for money, hell, if you had a baby, after a while, you're gonna end that marriage and get your alimony and go on with your life, but she hasn't. She ain't too much like her. She ain't too different from her husband. Folks just let the pretty smile fool them. Don't be fooled by that shit. Yep, birds of a feather. Yep, they just want babies. They just want everybody else to have babies so that they can work for rich people. But I was trapped from my thoughts because I saw this comment from Snarly saying Melania got a genius visa. Yeah, because apparently a genius visa is also code word for remove all your clothing and take this picture. You know what I mean? It's also code word for that, for whatever reason. Because I know the pictures I saw had nothing to do with school. Not at all. Didn't have a thing to do with school. Not an Epstein visa. Listen. Listen. I mean, y'all not wrong. Y'all not wrong. Putin shared her pictures. She wasn't teaching about AI last week. She thought she was. Look, she thought she was. Listen, I will never let Melania Trump live down. Be best. She's never going to live that down with me. I will never let her forget her stealing a speech word for word because her speechwriters were too damn lazy to even write a new speech. Again, this is how come you know the Obamas are exceptional people. Why? The Trumps stay copying them. Donald Trump and Melania Trump want to be Barack and Michelle Obama so bad. Nothing you do, you will never be Michelle and Barack Obama. Ever. Ever. Well, it's just the funniest thing to watch. Melania is the one that they send out for you to let your guard down. Right? Because then they want you to think she's a concerned mother. She cares about the plight of people. No, she doesn't. She has absolutely positively no influence on Trump when Trump want to do some shit. That man's 79 years old. Let me see how old the first lady is. I want to see how old. She only 55. Trump is 70 fucking 9. Chill. She ain't abused. I'm also on Patreon, YouTube, Spotify. I'm all over Gizzy as much as I can be. She doesn't even know what plight of no, she doesn't. She lost all credibility with me when she stole Michelle's speech. Well, see, she lost credibility with me when she married Trump. Yeah, that's when she lost credibility with me. Melania has no credibility because of who she's married to. You know, because of who she's married to. So she has no credibility. Yep, almost 30. Isn't that something that you notice as a running theme with Republicans? Very young wives, very old men. It's not a coincidence. These are people that have a thing for young people. And I don't know about you, but I have no interest in no man that look like an old Coach bag when he take his clothes off. No, sir. I'm not that old yet. You understand? I'm not that old yet. I'm just not. I'm not. So I refuse to subject myself to such a thing. Come here, girl, and catch this work. What work, Paw? You mean help you bend down and pick up the shit off the floor that you can't get? Like what? Who, huh? Thank you, Jesse. I appreciate that. I'm like, chill. I see the mushrooms cookie. I see. But I'm looking at Caroline Levitt and Melania Trump going. And you know what I pray for Caroline Levitt? That, especially since her husband has money, that he's able to live the longest life possible. I mean, literally, like, at least until 100. Yeah. I don't want her ass getting off easy at all. You signed up for that job. I want you to sit there and work till all the way the end. Yeah. Because it would be too much like right to allow her, right, the gift of being able to escape that. You know what I'm saying? So no, I want for Caroline to do that long, long, long walk and show that man that she didn't just marry him for his money, even though we know she did. But I look at all of that and I go, that's extremely weird to me that Republicans always seem to have these very young wives with a whole lot of bad plastic surgery. You notice that too? Now I just saw something. There's a new NBC poll that says that 61% of people disapprove of Trump's handling of inflation and the cost of living. And in order to get that poll number, Republicans would have had to vote as well that they disapprove. You know why they disapprove? Because their money is too tight. See, if conservatives' money were still okay, they wouldn't care. They would say Trump is winning, he's great for America, everything's working out, like they did during COVID, right? When they had all that free government money and they were using it to invest and travel and do all these things, government was great. But now it's not so great anymore because why? Trump's policies are making it so it's harder for people to make a dime stretch. It's hard. It is hard. And so because of that, it makes, it's enough to make you go, I'm not surprised that they're finally feeling it, but it's only because they're up against the wall now. You said Trump is the only way to clean up the globalist plan for the world. Well, I would believe you, Diane, but you should be making me a sandwich. I don't talk to conservative women. Send your husband in here. No, ma'am. Bye-bye, beloved. You can't be here. You're going to have to go somewhere else. I like the crust cut off my sandwiches. I like the crust cut off my sandwiches, lightly toasted, light mayo, okay? Light mayo. And don't put a lot of bleach in my clothes when you're washing either. Don't do that, okay? Don't do that. She coming in here talking to me. It is what, 6:12? It's almost dinner time. The mister should be home soon. You should already be ready with the slippers by the door. Yep. I just don't. Yeah. I don't even listen to that. One thing I don't do is listen to conservative women because conservative men said we don't have to. So I would tell y'all don't listen to them either. Jared, you said hate is hate. What you mean by that, Jared? What do you mean hate is hate? That's not true. That's not true. Because I'm not hating. Somebody came in my live, so I want to know. Y'all hear my family out there? They just holding full conversation like I'm not in here. This is crazy. It's diabolical. Listen, somebody has to say it. The problem is everybody's too nice to MAGA, and I'm not nice to MAGA, and I mean to not be nice to MAGA. That's perfectly fine. MAGA says we don't have to, right? Isn't that what they said? Being politically correct is a bad thing. So I'm not politically correct with them. I'm not about to let some conservative woman come talk and be all sassy to me like a liberal. I am here to make sure that no one ever mistakes you for a liberal woman. So as soon as you start flapping them gums, I'm going to tell you, shut your mouth and go cook something. That's what I'm going to do. Yeah, we've taken the high road long enough. See, then you know why you took the high road? Because you thought you were having conversations and political debates with genuine people who were genuine in their political discourse. They're not. They troll. Hell, they vote for policies that make them more poor. You can't take them seriously in any type of discourse. So you have to learn to lean into that even more and use that information against them. Or use it on them. Like, hey, yeah, man, I agree with everything that Trump's doing. I can't wait till Nebraska goes bankrupt. I'm hoping I can buy City Hall. But they say buy City Hall and turn it into a strip club. Yeah, that's what I would do. Uh-huh. What they gonna do? They can't tell me I can't. I own this building now. Well, now that I think about it, Nebraska might not be the place that I want to do that because the bodies that I would have access to. Nope. Mm-mm. Now that I think about it, that club would be full of bad built beach blonde butch bodies. Just like Jasmine Crockett said. Nope, I ain't gonna do it. Yeah, I'd have to do that in California. California, I could do it. Nebraska, no. We do need women. You know what? Back in the day, there was this club in the city, and I used to say, man, when I grew up one day, I want to buy that club because it was like 3 floors, right? And I wanted to make 2 floors a strip club, and then 1 floor be a club. To me, it made perfect sense because I was like, people will migrate between the different clubs. You know, you might hit a strip club, then hey, you done seen enough of that, so you actually want to just go chill and dance and talk and blah blah. No, Venus, I know on the surface you think I would make a good. Listen. I can manage. I'm a process manager. I'm because I told you I have a Scrum Master background. I genuinely don't really like to manage people because managing people requires you to get caught up in other shit that I don't like to get caught up in. Like somebody coming to ask you for a day off where I gotta do this. Nah, you telling me too much shit. I don't need all that. Are you gonna take a day off? Take the fucking day off. You gotta leave? Okay, bye. I'll see you when you come back. I'm one of those people. Because my thing is, I was raised, charity starts at home and you don't live at work. I love to manage processes though, not so much people. You said y'all had a club like that in Baltimore back in the day, Volcanoes. I bet you that sucker stayed packed. Said, would you own the club? I don't know. Now that I know more about club ownership, it's hard to own a nightclub. It's very difficult. I'm not sure I'd want to do that. I'm going to tell you what I would own. I would own a bingo hall. You want to make money? That make more money than even the strip club. Bingo halls. Y'all sleeping on them bingo halls. Them old people got money. Them old people got money, honey. And you will make a lot of money at the bingo hall, owning a bingo hall. Trust me. I used to go to an illegal, and this is how, what I'm going to tell you, how I used to make, listen, I used to go to an illegal bingo hall. And they was making great money there. Okay? Bingo halls be popping. Y'all sleeping on it. You want to make some money? Go play some fucking bingo. Real talk. Because them old people got money. And not just that. See, the money is in all the games, but then old people love to bet side bets. That's where a lot of money at. Who $10 on who ever get the first bingo. $5 for 4 corners. $5 for first postage stamp. $5 for first straight line. $5 for the next first doubles. Shh. Y'all, bingo is very serious. I haven't been to bingo in some time, but I used to love to play bingo. I used to go with my grandma all the time. That's how I started going to bingo. Because my grandmother loved bingo. So I always would go with her. But then sometimes I go to bingo by myself. My grandmother, you know, she's passed away, so I can't go with grandma no more. But every so often, I hit the bingo hall on my own. You can make a lot of money owning a bingo hall. You'd be surprised. Those people who play bingo, those tend to be the same people who play the lottery. And they spend a lot of money on bingo. And they're very superstitious. So because they're so superstitious, they're consistent in the money they spend in bingo. I'll give you an example. They will always sit at the same table in the same location. They will even get there early to ensure they get that seat. My grandmother used to show up at bingo 2 hours before the first fucking game, okay? At bingo. And I'd be like, Grandma, I'm not showing up 2 hours early. I'm not doing that. Say you can save me a seat. But I'll be there, but it will not be 2 hours early. I'm like, chill. I got things to do. Y'all don't understand how serious it is. If somebody says every time I play bingo, I spend $150, Because if I spend less than 150, I don't win. Guarantee every time they go to bingo, they spend at least 150 bucks. Not me either, but I'm just telling you, there are people that I've seen do it. Look, Star is saying I make a lot of money transporting people to and from bingo with my... See, listen. I know for a fact my grandmama used to ride the charter bus when she didn't want to drive to the all-night bingo in Baltimore herself. She would pay $20 to ride the charter bus to Baltimore to play late-night bingo. Hell, people still ride the charter bus to go to Wasting Corners to play bingo because they don't want to drive, or either they don't have a license and can't drive, or whatever the case may be. That bus picks them up at a parking lot. It picks up everybody got to meet at this parking lot. And the bus comes there and picks them up, takes them to their bingo. And then when they're done, they get back on that bus, and that bus takes them back to that parking lot where it picked them up from, and they gone about their business. Oh, your great-grandma used to love bingo. Man, y'all sleeping on that bingo. I love me some bingo. You can't keep up with some of these retirement homes. Listen, I'm going to tell y'all something. I told y'all this before. My grandmother wasn't in a retirement home, but she was in one of those senior living homes, senior living apartment communities. I'm going to tell y'all something that y'all need to know. Honestly, Alyssa, you're right. If young people elected to drive people, older people to and from bingos, it would be a lot safer. It would. I used to do midday bingos with my grandmama because there's bingos that start at 12 o'clock in the afternoon, so people ain't got to be out there at night. I used to play midday bingo. And they would give you free lunch, too. Oh, I bet you do take them to the casino because old people love casinos. I used to take my grandmama to the casino all the time. All the time. But remember when I told y'all about my grandmother living in one of those senior living apartment communities? Listen, if you have grandparents or parents living in those communities, you need to talk to your parents about having safe sex. Because them old people in them communities getting it in, and they not protecting themselves. They out here for the streets. I'm telling you, Pawpaw's for the streets. You don't know it. He done got him a little Cialis prescription from Hims. Tearing that apartment building up. Yeah, Vegas could be revitalized with bingo and Uno games. But Vegas try to act like they too good for that. See, Vegas tried to lean into luxury, and that's how they got messed up. But I'm telling y'all better talk to your parents. I am serious. When I would visit my grandmother, I would find, condom wrappers in the parking lot, empty packages of that Rhino stuff that them youngins be buying at the gas station, because the youngins was always, the young gentlemen and women's stayed coming through the apartment community. Okay? Because Paw and Mama was sponsoring folks too. I said, listen, I'm telling you what I saw with my own eyes. Okay? Trudy, Trudy, Mama can do independent living, but you need to talk to her about protecting her body. I'm not telling you no lie. These older people, they living in these apartment communities like it's the 60s and shit. They over there like, free love, free love. No, there's no free love. Look. Star says she done found some rappers in the seats of her van. See? I'm trying to tell y'all, nothing I'm saying is untrue. I'm not even over exaggerating. I wish I was. It was so embarrassing. Sometimes I was like, hey, yo. There were times I would walk into my grandmother's building and you could smell the smell of extracurricular activities, if you know what I'm saying. It was like straight Cheech and Chong up in that joint. I'm like, yo. And young people couldn't live in there at all. This is a senior living community. So it's only old people in this community. So you know who's here. Man, chill. And they always had the same excuse. I got cataracts. Mama, the way y'all be token up in that joint, you been cured of your cataracts. Girl, there ain't no future in that frontin', beloved. You ain't got no cataracts. Yep. STIs are on the rise amongst seniors. especially HIV and AIDS. That's why I said, real talk. Talk to your parents about being safe. Real talk. There would be nothing worse than moving through your entire life and never getting nothing than at 75 getting HIV. Can you imagine? Yeah, give her a talking to, Trudy, please. Honey, they be gambling in them places. They doing all types of stuff in them senior living facilities. I'm telling you, the things that I saw or the things that my grandmama told me about when she was living in them, I was like, this is like a whole spot over up in here. And then they have the audacity. This is the part that cracked me up the most. Then the old people have the audacity to have extra security, like locking, like they trying to lock the outside world from getting in. No, what it is they don't want you to just be coming there unannounced and catching them in some shit. That's what it is. I'm telling you. You said you gonna film them talking. I'm saying, girl, you'll have some good content, star. The stuff that old people be doing and talking about, if only you knew. This is why I love me some old people. That's one of the things I miss about my grandma. I used to hang out with my grandma a lot, and I used to love her taking me around other old people. Because the shit that you hear old people talk about, and yes, they are actively having relations. Okay? Don't think they not. They are actively, or at least trying. They're always trying, especially the old men. They're always shooting their shot at something. At something. I remember one time I had this old man come up to me. And this man had to be old enough to be my grandfather. And he came up to me and he was like, he's trying to shoot a shot. And I was like, excuse me, sir. I said, no, thank you, sir. I'm married. He said, baby, I didn't ask you all that. No, he offered to take me grocery shopping. Because that's how old dudes be pimping. Y'all know old dudes love to pimp. Right now, if an old man offered to take you grocery shopping, you'd be like, now, wait a minute. What you want is change for them groceries, Paw? See, back in the day, groceries was cheaper. But I remember that old man walked to me and said, hey, you want me to take you grocery shopping? And I was like, no, sir, I'm married. I have a husband. He said, I didn't ask to take your husband grocery shopping. I was like, damn. Pawpaw got bars, right? I was like, okay, Pawpaw got bars. I was like, no, sir, I'm good. Thank you, but no thank you. Pawpaw corrected me real fast. I didn't say nothing about taking your husband grocery shopping. I asked if you wanted. Excuse me? No. That man had to be in his 70s. I'm sure of it. And at the time, I was probably in my 30s. I'm like, ew, what are we doing? I'm like, I don't never want to be that desperate. But like, don't you need, ain't it back to school time? No, I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. I'd rather go work for dollar bill at the club. Be in the club like, I do whatever I got to do. My baby need a book bag. Come on, you can tip better than that before I have Pawpaw. Honey. But Pawpaw always have a pocket full of money and ready to spend it on anything he can find. You said, I'm not letting you run on my knees. Listen. I ain't never heard that one before, Cassie. I gotta keep that one. That's a good one. Oh man. But yeah, old guys are something out here. But talk to your older family members, your parents, your grandparents, your aunts, your uncles, so they out here protecting themselves. Because they doing more than rubbing knees, beloved. You think they rubbing knees. Oh no, beloved, they bumping uglies. Okay? Okay? just letting you know. They doing way more than you think they doing. Way more than you think they doing. I've seen them trying to shoot their shots. Oh, hey, Mammy, thank you for being here. Yeah, old people are extremely freaky, but they are very judgmental. But let me tell you why they're judgmental. Because they believe in discretion. That's why they drag young people and everybody else. Because people run their mouth too much. See, old people do shit and be quiet about the shit. They from that old school that you move in silence. That's what they do. That's why they get like that. Because my grandmother was always really big about, why you always, like, you have to stop making announcements. Just do the shit. Learn to shut your fucking mouth. That's why old people get mad. Old people get mad because everybody else talks too much about what they're doing. Especially if they're doing something they ain't supposed to be doing. Why are you telling everybody? Making announcements. Don't make sense. So that was the big thing that my grandmother always used to be like, if you're going to do shit you ain't supposed to be doing anyway, you should be quiet. But even if you are having a good ass time, why are you advertising? That's what my grandmother would always say. Yep, stop talking so damn much. It's kind of like women who have a really great man and they spend all their time saying, my man is so great, my man is so... My grandmother always used to say, don't do that shit. That's advertising. She said, you ain't doing nothing but advertising to other women how great your man is. So you don't think they gonna want to try their greatness too? You better learn to shut your mouth up and enjoy the ride, literally and figuratively. But when you do all that free advertising, all you said is, hey, come on over here and test out my man so you can see if it's true what I'm saying. Don't do that. It's okay to say you got a great one, but you shouldn't be in grand detail speaking, talking on the intricacies of your man. Not if you want to keep her. Not if you want to keep him. Because let me tell you, there are a whole lot of women that you think are your friends that will shoot their shot. Men don't do that. Men do not do that. If men have a woman that they really like and they feeling her, it's certain shit that they're not sharing with their friends, with their male friends about that woman. They don't want their friends to be imagining the woman that they dealing with in that way. Some passive woman they don't care about, they don't care. But if it's a woman that they're interested in and they care about, they're not having those intricate, detailed conversations with other men because they don't want other men to look at her in that way. They don't want other men to be pursuing her. They don't want the competition. So why would they advertise? Yep, men hush up. Women be running their fucking mouth. My man, thank you for my man. He's over here. It's like, bitch, what is you doing? You want everybody to get a piece of that man. And now you crying because he cheated on you. But bitch, you advertised. You told everybody where he was, what he do, what he's supposed to do. What he's supposed to do. You advertised. You told everybody he's right here. This man, he's so awesome. This guy, he pays all my bills. I don't have to do nothing. I just get princess treatment. I don't have to do nothing. And you know what the other ladies are saying? Okay. All right. Shit, I want to be a princess. Let me see how many, let me see how many crowns he giving out. Y'all gonna learn to keep your damn mouth shut. That's the big thing that I would tell you. If I don't tell you nothing else, stop advertising. Yep, don't advertise. Yep, let your words be yay and nay. But I'm telling you, you better stop advertising. That's old school people told me that. My grandmother told me that. I think I was maybe in middle school. But she always would say, be mindful about advertising. Be mindful about advertising. Look, I had somebody be so upset about the image and they saw up here, they signed in with their troll account just to tell me something that the picture is AI. Duh. Thank you, Captain Obvious. I had no idea. It's actually Photoshop. It's not even AI. Jesus. They swear they be cluing me on something. You know that's Photoshop, right? Yes, I do. I know that. I know that. Thank you. Thank you for helping me, because God forbid, if you didn't help me, I might have thought it really happened. These are the same people who believe Donald Trump was an FBI informant, right? Okay. All right. Listen. Right. Exactly, Zarvis. Yeah, no, Albert Einstein. Yeah, we know that. We know that. Oh, but I want to thank you guys so much for joining me today. I appreciate you being here. I really, really do. You know that. Listen, we got 52,000 likes. I appreciate that. We got 82 shares. I want to remind my Patreon group, the new episode of the Straight No Chaser podcast is going to hit tonight for Circling Up members. Everybody else, you get access to it. It'll hit tomorrow, Wednesday, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You'll have access to it. You're going to like it. I talk about nostalgia and going back in the day and how we love memories. But I also talk about how sometimes your nostalgia can be revisionist history and you're not remembering what happened in the past in the most accurate way. But also how people like our political leaders take advantage of those feelings and that love we have of nostalgia to take advantage of us and to exploit us. And so how you can be careful about still remembering the past and enjoying it, but being honest with yourself about what it really was versus romanticizing it. Okay. So I think you'll enjoy the episode a lot. I love you guys. I thank you for joining me. I want to send a shout out to my top 5 gifters before I wrap up tonight's live, because I always like to do that as an additional thank you. But note that I thank each and every one of you because your time is the most important commodity that you have. And you could be anywhere else, but you spend it with me. So I appreciate that. Number 1, beautiful storyteller. Thank you, beautiful. I appreciate your support. Number 2, beautiful. My dog is Charlie. Thank you, beautiful. And also thank you for your moderation assistance. Number 3, handsome Russ Nelson. Hey, handsome. Thank you so much. Number 4, beautiful Miss Weaver. Thank you so much, beautiful. Number 5, beautiful Stacy D. Thank you so much, beautiful. And a special shout out to number 6, beautiful Trail. Thank you so much. I also want to make sure that I remind you all, when you check out the Patreon, make sure that you leave a suggestion about what movie we should watch for September. I'm going to close out this post on Friday and then add a new poll with all of the suggestions that people have made. So you only got a couple more days to add your information. I have pinned the post to the top for you to have access. So let me know when you get that and when you see it. Thank you so much, Miss Marie. Look, y'all see this high flash? I am boiling. Listen, I love you guys so much. I'll see you tomorrow morning, 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, because I have a special announcement tomorrow morning, so I can't wait for that. I love you guys. Listen, don't forget what I always tell you. Don't let nobody live rent-free in your head. Don't feed the trolls, and you can accomplish anything you put your mind to as long as you stay consistent. Peace, you guys. I'll see you tomorrow morning. I love you. Have a great, safe evening, okay? I love you so much. Yeah, I'm 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, but I make sure to put up the lives, MGD, on YouTube every day. I'll make sure to get them up over there today. Love you guys. I'll see you tomorrow morning. Bye-bye. Have a great, great, great evening.